Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to do your image. Let's see. I'm going to open email.
There can't be two.
Here's your images. I already did this one, but then I figured I'd show you. So here's the horse image, and I use OneNote. I don't know if you have OneNote, but in here it's just Microsoft Office OneNote. I'm not sure if your computer might have a screen print page, which is basically like a copy and paste whatever the screen is in the screen. But anyway, so I come in here and I use this little clip icon with the camera, and so anything behind it is what allows me to. So I can take this horse like that, and now it's in my OneNote. I delete this little stuff. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna save this, and here's your file here. So we're gonna do horse, black and white. I'm gonna do 3 because the other 2 are the other horse. Save. Now I can delete this and minimize OneNote. We don't need it anymore. And we're done with email. Now I'm going to go into my Inkscape. And when I open Inkscape, sorry for my runny nose, this is what you get. Okay. I want to first go under File and under Document Properties. I kind of want to format my page here. So it's standard under A4, our page size, but we want to do US letter. See how it changes it a little? And you can change it to portrait, which it is now, landscape, which it makes it landscape. And then on top of this, I want to go under Snap. And Snap is already on. Snap is basically when you have 2 images at a certain distance together, it'll snap them together like a magnet. I don't like that because I want to be able to move my images as close or as further away as I want. So I usually turn my snap to the lowest setting as possible. So set them down, and then that's it. There's no apply button, there's no anything, you can just X out. So we set our page, we turned off the snap. If you press 5, so now in order to bring this to full screen, all you have to do is press the 5 on your keyboard, just number 5. Voila. And it makes it so it's full screen for you. Okay, let's bring in the horse image. You go up to File, down to Import, not Open, we're importing.
For what?
So the difference is when you open a file, you're opening an Inkscape file. When you're opening or you're importing images other than the Inkscape format. So we're importing a PNG file. PNG is just usually a PNG or a JPEG or stuff. That's usually what images are saved as. So let's find our black and white horse 3. Here it is. Very pretty. We're going to open. Just going to click OK. And there she is. Okay. Well, let's turn her. Up here are our turn. So we can turn her.
Oh, really?
And this is our flip. So we can flip her.
Oh, shoot.
And this is also a flip, but we don't want her flipped that way.
I'm not.
So that's what those 4 are up here. Right now, we're using the select tool, and that means we're just selecting. See how there's that dotted line around it? So that's our select. We're selecting this image. When you have lots of images, you know, you're able to select. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you how to trace it. Up here under Path. Path is basically the lines. You follow the path of the lines. And I really don't use anything down here. I usually stick to, actually just, there's only three up here. The 3 up here I use. Actually 2. Anyway, so trace. We're going to trace bitmap. So this is basically what we use. And it's kind of a playing around, okay? So there's our update. Don't worry that it's sideways. Update. Okay, so edge detection detects the edges. And we just play around. We'll go down. Oh, it's a little spotty. We'll go up a little. It's better. And brightness. Let's see. Oh.
Also, I just said, let's play with Mama.
I'm going to invert the image and see what that does.
Is she watching that llama show?
And then, so you just play
it's
around.
Not Mama, it's Llama.
Alright, let's see what that looks like.
Play with Llama.
It's a little, it's a little chunky. I'm going to move it over there. See how the select tool, you pick what you want to move. Okay, so we want to select our horse again. No, I don't want that. Alright, let's see. Like, it's all of... Oh, a little play around.
Can't stop.
That's too much. Alright, what did that do? Well, that one's much better. Still a little
Oh my god, I can't build.
sketchy.
This is
Let's see, let's try
no.
a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, and that one's perfect. I don't know if you can see the difference between the 3.
I realized I can't because it's the end of the world.
So we don't want that one. We're going to click it, delete, click it, delete. This is the one we want. Let's get rid of that one. So I deleted those. We can turn our thing off. And there she is. Now you can print straight from
You can't.
Inkscape. Okay. If you wanted to resize her, here's, you grab the corner, you click and hold. But if you just click and hold and you move it, she's going to be resized like weird anyway, you know? If you undo, undo is Control Z, or you can go up here to undo. But if you want to proportionally move her so she doesn't get all wackadoodle, you hold the control button down, and with your left click mouse, you hold the arrow and you drag. And see how you can't, she doesn't, so now she's nice and big and she stayed proportional. I don't know how big you want her, but I'm gonna make her like that. So you can change how big you want her. You can make her bigger, you can make her smaller. You make her bigger. And there she is. So I'm going to save this file, and this saves the Inkscape file. And I'm going to go miscellaneous, make Robin, and we're going to do horse, black and white image.
Yeah.
Save. And so it's saved.
Why?
If we wanted to export the image, we're going to have to put a border around it. But I'll do exports in another video. But right now, because exports involved using other programs, with Microsoft and stuff, but you could print straight directly from Inkscape. So remember, you're importing images, not opening. If you wanted to go back in to this, like say down the road, you know, you wanted to open this file again, that's when you would use open. Because see how it's saved as an SVG? That's what you're opening. But if you're importing pictures, you want to import them and they'll come in. Okay, so we'll start there and we'll work our way to other, you know, areas of Inkscape. All right, bye.